Hello everyone, my name is Banjo Obayomi. I'm a developer advocate at AWS, and today I'm going to talk about scaffolding data pipelines. So what is a data pipeline? When I think of data pipeline, I think of data and then a process that's interacting with that data and putting it out in another location. We like to think of this as ETL, extract, transform, load. So it's really about encapsulating a repeatable process given an input. And the input is data, and we want to be able to do something with data, put it somewhere else, have somebody consume this, transform it. And data pipelines are really the bread and butter for a lot of these cooler applications. So can one tool really solve our data pipeline issues? There's Kubernetes, there's MinIO, there's TensorFlow, there's Jenkins, MLflow. All these tools purpose-built for a certain type of data pipeline. And the answer is no. A lot of the times, a lot of these tools are combined or tested out with different types of tools and processes to make my special unique data pipeline work for my problem. But I always ask, how can we build a data pipeline that fits each project's needs? All these tools have similar characteristics. Maybe they're extracting data, they're pointing to data, putting it somewhere else. But each data pipeline is going to fit a project differently. So I like to think of how can we scaffold an environment that allows us to build modular data pipelines. So scaffolding is really about seeing this common conventions of type of projects where source code is, binary test. But scaffolding is usually run at the beginning of a project. So in Python, there's a tool called Cookie Cutter that allows you to do project level scaffolding. Like basically, I'm starting a new GitHub repo. I can run this Cookie Cutter and it'll set up the project for me, so I can just begin building and instead of having to worry about boilerplate code. But the problem is that these tools only work at the beginning. So I was really looking for a tool that can work scaffold a project, module, and a pipeline as a project evolves. So I built a tool called Zepper, which is a command line utility that provides project and component scaffolding to build modular pipelines. It's on PyPy, so you can do pip install Zepper bootstrap. It uses Cookie Cutter and Metaflow as a way to kind of orchestrate the entire pipeline process. So it's also very simple. There are only 3 commands: init, module, and pipeline. So by using kind of starting up the project, creating modules, and creating pipelines as the project evolves. So the first step is to use Zephyr init, which just downloads some of the basic code and then creates the project structure. So you get like a notebooks folder, a docs folder, a make file, requirements.txt, versions, all the necessary components when developing a data pipeline. You can also do a Zephyr module create. So this creates an actual module from putting your prompt. So you can say I want to extract module, I want to test module, and then it'll create the actual code for that module. Then you have the Zephyr pipeline creator. We can actually take each individual module, and then you can add different modules. So I can do the ETL module, I can do module 1, module 5, and play around with different modules. And it gives you a Metaflow pipeline to just run through everything. So Zephyr's value add is really about templating, having the Metaflow orchestrator run your modules, and then able to swap in custom cookie cutter modules based on what kind of patterns you're seeing instead of using the default one. Zephyr does not code for you. It doesn't push things to the cloud and doesn't enforce a certain workflow. So it's really about giving you the tools to build your scaffolding pipeline so you can evolve your modules and pipelines as you're building. So when starting any kind of data pipeline initiative, I always ask, are you currently using scaffolding? What are the common setup tasks that you have to do for pipelines? And how do you currently experiment with different modules? That's really going to drive how you're going to use a tool like Zephyr or building data pipelines. If you notice certain patterns that are happening a lot, certain modules you play around with, how do you experiment with different modules? So that's really what this tool is really allowing you to do. Really experiment, try different modules and play around and just build and not have to worry about how to connect the dots. Build those modular pieces and then start experimenting and trying your data pipelines. Thank you.